I'm Alan Henderson with Proganics. Proganics is an aquaponics company. Aquaponics is very unique. It grows the most pure produce of any farming method available. Also, the flavor of this produce is a very delicate, tasty flavor. It's the flavor the plant was designed to have. Why? Because aquaponically grown produce, it receives complete, natural, organic nutrition in a stress-free, oxygenated environment. It is not stimulated to grow like commercial produce is with chemicals. Many people are tired of all these chemicals in their food. Chemicals like pesticides, herbicides, growth stimulants, chemical fertilizers, preservatives, and the list goes on. These chemicals are almost never listed on the product's label. Also, these chemicals don't just disappear. At the very least, we ingest the residue of these chemicals, and that is not healthy. The organic food movement has helped, but it still has some problems. As many of you know, many times food that is labeled organic does not have a better flavor than the commercial fare that it replaces. And sometimes the flavor is even worse. Because many people do care about the purity of their food, the organic food market has been in a strong and steady upswing since about 1980. Also, in the year 2014, last year, the increase in organic food sales was at a solid 11%. Aquaponics is truly the farming of the future. Aquaponic produce is far more pure than produce that is grown to meet the USDA certified organic standard. Only a small percentage of the very best organic dirt farms can come close to our quality. Aquaponics is technical farming. It is a blend of aquaculture and hydroponics, and it has none of the pollution of either of those methods. And we can grow 12 months of the year in a heated greenhouse. Universities have been researching aquaponics for well over 30 years. There are several successful large aquaponic operations in the world, and they happen to be in other countries: Israel, UAE, Germany, and Australia, to name a few. Most aquaponics operations here in the United States are smaller mom-and-pop operations. By leveraging the proven technology of these larger aquaponics operations and the documented research, we have all the tools necessary to successfully start a large-scale aquaponics operation here in the USA. We expect to transform the quality of food that people do buy. Our market for aquaponic produce is far greater than the organic food market. Our market also includes the health-conscious food buyer and the person with a discriminating palate who is willing to pay just a little extra to have really pure food with really high-quality flavor. Aquaponics is also extremely efficient. 1 square yard, 3 foot by 3 foot, of grow beds can grow well over 400 heads of organic lettuce in just 1 year. Aquaponics by design is easily scalable. Once we tune an aquaponics system to a particular type of produce, we can replicate that system over and over again to meet market demand. Quality consistency in aquaponics is also extremely high. 99% of the crop can easily be either #1 fancy premium grade produce. That is unheard of in dirt farming. We just found the right place to do this. A 320,000 square foot heated greenhouse in New York. Then this greenhouse also has additional office space, warehouse space, and coolers. Using this facility, we would be within 8 hours of 30 million people, many of whom are health conscious, and many of these have a very discriminating palate. We would be able to transport our fruits and vegetables to these markets, and people could have our fresh organic produce on their table in less than 24 hours of harvest. Because aquaponics is technical farming, I have personally stepped back and studied this, researched this for well over 3,200 hours over these last 3 years. I have researched both the growth side and the business side. Now we are ready to move forward. I personally have a background in business management and ownership, and also in sales. I have worked for 18 years managing over 250,000 square feet of commercial property spread across Oregon and Washington, and reporting directly to the owner. That's over 250,000 square feet at one time. We expect in 4 to 5 years to be debt-free and to have a large cash pool from which to pay our investors and to fund further expansion. Would you like this quality of pure, tasty food in your grocery stores? Together we can make this happen. Funding is needed. You can donate, you can pledge, or you can buy equity in our company. And I want to personally thank you for taking the time to view this video.